Hello, and welcome to another episode of WV Presents. We're coming to you live from Venice, Florida, where we're taking on a starter project today. So I had a little bit of information here I wanted to get to you, and so if anybody runs into this, they can take care of that too. So what we had is our custom with this high output starter, and I've skipped part of the steps for you, but basically what we've done is taken the gear section off of the starter itself and the solenoid, which would be mounting down like this on there, throwing out that and engaging the starter, which actually I've got this turned around the other way here, would be coming out this side. But here's what the problem is. So this has a one-way bearing inside this running this gear, and this was another one from another starter that we also had too. But so if you put this in there, when it throws it out, you feel that it's turning every so often. It's not making the proper grab on it. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace it with our other one, and like I say, folks, you can do this at home. But so we're going to knock this out of there, just like this. And those are the little bearings in the smaller gear. And there you go, right out of your housing, and you have your gear. Now we've already done this, folks. I just was demonstrating this we've already put the new one into our starter, but that's what you should be looking at. And I'm pretty sure you can just buy this part. So really, if you're still engaging, you can just get this part, $20, $30, and you're back in business. So that being said, we've already put that into our assembly here, and now I'm going to put that into our high output starter. Oops. So you want to make sure you have these bearings in proper. Just a little bit of grease, and we need a spring on here, and then we also need our throw out, which is that one mismatch. This is this guy here. So he's sitting in here like this, just like so, and then this is going to go right down into there with the spring, and make sure your gears line up. You may have to turn your throw out just a little bit to get it to line up, but it should go in there pretty smoothly, just like that. Now we've got that in place. We're going to go ahead and get our starter bolts in here so we don't lose our winding. Like so. Alright. Wire in there for our testing, but we tighten that down. Snug that up there. Like I say, we don't want to have to put our winding back into our bushings. We get a little bit on that. There we go. That's good. And then we'll get one in the solenoid assembly here. Yeah, we were riding and actually left ourselves stranded up at the Publix there, so we got the bike still at Publix. We went ahead and took the starter off right there on the spot. Got a ride up to the shop here and dug around a little bit, found that other starter that had a motor problem, a good solenoid. So rather than, we could have used the whole assembly, but this was already chromed and figured might as well keep it the same, you know, all looking good that way. There we go. Now I don't know the exact specs on the torque on this, but we're just going to go with snug. Torque setting of snug right there. Okay, this one too. That will be click snug. Yep, that's it. Okay, now let me get these babies on here. Right here. Now these we're going to go a little tighter with. You want to make sure everything's lining up good before you torque them down. That's going to go with a little bit, not quite the tight-itis, but pretty tight. Right there. Okay. Yep. See, now we're coming out and no spinach. So we are back in business, folks. We're going to go assemble this back at Publix on the bike, and we'll be ready to go. So like I said, folks, rather than a whole new starter assembly, which costs you $350, $400 for a heavy-duty torque starter like this one, again, our whole problem in this was our one-way bearing inside this assembly here. Change that out, we're back in business. I'm not sure I'd like to say the exact cost of that gear, but I would say under $50. And like I said, you'd be back in business too. So remember, folks, have a job, will travel.